Hi everybody, it's Louisa here, and I have a small project share for you. I've been trying to get into the mode for 4th of July, and even though we just had Memorial Day weekend, red, white, and blue was kind of on my mind, so I decided to start on a little project, well, finish a project. And it's a little altered Dollar Tree box, and before I show you that, I'm going to show you some of the items that I had used for this, and I am in a swap with Anna Llanes. So I wanted to make a little something to go with the Chunky Charm that I created for her. So anyway, I used one of these hearts from Hobby Lobby. This was out in Valentine's Day, and I used the red one that was in here. It's like a wicker hearts, Valentine's crafts, rattan hearts, that's what they're called. So I picked these up when I went up to Jensen Beach and met up with Natasha and Karen. So I picked those up and they were on clearance already. And then this is from the Dollar Tree. They had these out just before Memorial Day. So they're just patriotic necklaces, as you could see, and they're in the red, white, and blue colors, and they have USA on them. So I used a couple of bits of that, and I used one of these recollection metal pieces that I got on clearance at Michael's, and I used this one right here, and this is falling out already. There. So I used this one right here, and that's from Recollections. And then I also used papers from 3 different stacks. With the red, white, and blue, I didn't want it to be too bright red, white, and blue. I want it to be more vintage looking, more country, like Americana or, something like that. So I used some paper from this DCWV pack. And let's see. You could barely see what it looked like, but it's kind of like this. And it's just, vintage images on here. And then I also used, and that one is called the Timeless Type Stack. And then I also used one from this kit, this set, and it's like a checkered one, but in the red, not this black one here. But it's like a vintage red. It almost looks brown. So I used that from that one. And then from this stack here, from Cloud9 Designs, that I had picked up at Joann's when they were on clearance, I used one of the papers, darker blue ones, this one here. So I would get my red, white, and blue base on this. So I used those 3 stacks, and I used a few other things, Wild Orchid Craft flowers and flowers from my stash, and some other pieces that friends have given me. So here is my little box, and again, it's a Dollar Tree box, and I was inspired to alter this box by a video from Faith Chick 777. She had just recently posted a video that she altered a little Dollar Tree box, same one that I have here. So I decided to pull mine out because I had the same exact box she picked up. And I also had picked up the heart-shaped ones. They had these for Valentine's. So I decided to go ahead and alter mine in red, white, and blue theme. And it's more like, I love America kind of thing. Here's a heart. And here are the beads that I just kind of wrap, And I also used the USA in the red, but just that part. This is actually some red metallic looking flat back pearls. So let me just kind of show you how it looks all the way around. There's that DCWV paper, and I did do my little bit of tearing and stuff. I layered a couple of sheets, so in the background you see the blue, because I had it just the plain blue and I didn't like how that looked, so then I wanted to make it look even older by adding the papers and tearing it up and everything. And then on the bottom it is finished, so you see a little better that paper. The inside is done too, and there's a little bit of Velcro that came with this, but it's not sticking on very good. So I'm going to try and hot glue it, and hopefully it stays. I'm going to turn it on now so I don't forget. But this Velcro actually came on the box. I should have used some hot glue. So here's the inside, and this is loose. So that's what it originally looked like. That's that paper, and it was wrapped around here, but I didn't like the way that looked on the outside. But I didn't mind the inside. And I just threw this piece here that somebody gave me. I forgot who, but it was recent, and I threw it in because this is where I'm going to lay my charm, and it's very chunky and it's very heavy. So I'm going to just start from the inside, and then I'll work my way out. You see a little more of that blue paper there, and I just left like that. And I did ink it with Barn Door. It's a red color from Tim Holtz called Barn Door. And on the this paper here, I did ink the edges with Stormy Sky. And it's a dark blue. And on the other papers on the outside and on the edges of all these little bits here, I used Vintage Photo. Alright, so anyway. So what I did here is I made a little pocket with some crochet lace, some crochet trim. This was something from Natasha. And from that DCW stack, they actually have some sheets that you have cutouts. So I actually cut out this little flag and these pieces here. Over here is that metallic looking flat back pearl in red. And let me take out the pieces. So I have 3 little inserts. Once you take out the charm that's going to be in here, you could use this for storage and make a little mini or something and throw it in there. So I thought I would just throw in these pieces. There's a little Polaroid that was in the paper. You could throw a picture on there. You can write on the back, use it for journaling. This was in their cute little file divider, and that's a U.S. postage stamp, a like Miss Liberty stamp, and then this little postcard, which is, yeah, it is United States. So I thought that was cute. I try to keep within the U.S. theme, you know, 4th of July. And then on the paper here, it's from the DCWV stack, and it's got these red tickets, which I thought was cool. Went with the color scheme. So then they just go right in there, and then you can close this. Alright, so now with this, I went and did that technique that I like to do where you add your trim partially up so it looks like the box is actually shorter and as if it was on a stand or on feet. So I put this trim here, and it just cut all this, see there's more. It just made it so there's less squares to look at. So I just put this ruffle trim as kind of a cream color, and then I put this really pretty, this is actually elastic, this blue piece here. It's a double-sided ruffle trim, and I had gotten this a long time ago. Somebody gave me that. I don't even remember who. And then I put that red trim there with that little snippet of the chain, the patriotic necklace that says USA there. And then up here is that metal piece, and then a little white and red flower that somebody gave me. And on all the white flowers, I edged the petals with the Vintage Photo, so it wasn't just pure white. And you can see all my little ripping and stuff from there. And the blue got inked with the red, and then these got inked with the blue, and then this darker paper got inked with the Vintage Photo. So then on top, what I did first was layer a doily that somebody gave me there, and it's like it covers most of the box. And then I stuck on the little heart, and then I layered, I actually put these pieces because this was the last of that blue trim that I had, so I just went ahead and used it on here, and it kind of curls, which I think is cute. It just kind of curls on its own. And then I put a little bit more of piece of crochet trim that Natasha gave me. And then I made my arrangement using red, white, and blue flowers. These blue ones someone gave me. These red ones somebody gave me. Has a little bling in the center. And then there is wild orchid craft flowers. Just white ones from my stash. And I mean, there's really not that much on here. Once I put all my flowers, then I added the blue necklace here. And just made it look like it was kind of, you know, laid on there. And then over here, I cut up another one of these little fishtail banner or flag thingies from the DCWB pack. And then this little playing card that has 4 on there for the 4th of July. And I just tucked it underneath as a little extra. And that's pretty much it. On when I was done, of course, I did all my gesso, and I had to put a lot of gesso because, as you could see, the ink, the red ink, kind of seeps through the white gesso, so I just put a lot. Even this heart, it was sucking up the gesso, and it just turned a little pinkish, but that's okay. So to tone down all these bright colors of the red and the blue, I did the gesso. So that's the box, and now I'm going to show you the charm, which I have to do it while it's hanging on my holder here because it is heavy and kind of hard to show. I took off most of the charms that I had here, but I had to leave a counterweight on this side to keep the stand from tilting over because this is really heavy. I didn't weigh it, but it's heavy. So here's the charm. It's going to go inside, and I think it's all mixed up. Alright. So it has some red, white, and blue fibers, and these actually are from Marlene. She gave us a little baggie, me and Janet, a little baggie of some red, white, and blue fibers. So I went ahead and used some, and then I also used, let me fix this here. I also used some of this ribbon and made a bow just to give it a little bit of softness, and I used one of my little heart-shaped lobster clasps. So let me see if I could do it like this. Get this up here so it's out of the way. So here it is. It's chunky. It's not super long, but it's very chunky. It does have 5 chains, and it's very heavy. I use large pieces on here and heavy pieces. And again, there's 5 chains. Let's see. In different lengths. Not easy to show, but here's one. And I will show them the pieces in a minute. Here's another one. Here's the middle one. And the 4th one. And then this one here. Alright, so how to show this to you where I don't have to hold the whole thing in my hand. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to. So attached to the lobster clasp is this little heart that has 5 places to dangle things. Let me zoom in. Okay, hopefully that's good. So that's where I hung my 5 chains. And I just used silver chain on this one. I meant to use gold, but then I just changed my mind. So we'll start with this one here. And the whole thing is all just red, white, and blue, and then the metallic colors, the silver, and there might be a little bit of gold here and there. So on this one, at the end, I hung this necklace charm that was pre-done already. This is where it starts, and all this was already put together. and at the end was a cameo that had the perfect color of blue. So that's where we started there. And then I added, there was a pack of 3 charms that were already red, white, and blue. Or the white is actually represented by the bling in here. Those were from Walmart. Then I created this one here and this one here. And you'll notice everything has some of this white stuff on here. That's all gesso. I decided to go at it with my gesso on this, just to tone down the colors and just to make it look different. And here's a little coffee cup with some coffee in it, a little glass bead there. I thought that was cute, and it was white. So then on the next one, this one here, we start off with this flower charm or dangle. It's metal, and I added the pearls in the flowers. That is from Hobby Lobby. And then I created one of those dragonflies. And then I added this, I think this is industrial chic. It's a little metal car. It's in blue. And then this is one of the Tim Holtz baubles. This one I created here. And then you got one of these raspberry, I think they're called. And then I did this one here. And then the little A that's dangling off of that, that came off of this, oh, it's all attached here. Great, now I can't get this off. Well, it's off of, here we go. It's off of this pin that I forgot who gave me. It was in a bag of all the junk jewelry that either Janet gave me or Marlene gave me. Now I don't remember. But it's off of here. It had another A on here. So I used it there for Anna. Where was I? I lost my place. Here. So then here is the middle one. And again, I use another, actually a couple pieces from the items that one of the ladies had given to me. I used this large piece here, and that's heavy. That's why this thing is so heavy, because of some of the heavy pieces that I use. And it was an earring, so I popped out the back and put on this little doily piece here. And I did use E6000 with whatever I glued. This piece, I think the doily piece is from Bonnie, I believe. And then I added another earring piece that had these cute little, it had chain and then some stars dangling, which is perfect for, you know, Star Spangled Banner kind of thing. And it actually had a little centerpiece dangle too, but I accidentally broke it, but it was fine. It worked out fine anyway. It wouldn't have dangled because it would be right there, but the little star things do dangle. And then I added this little flower dangle that I created. So let's see if it focuses. And it's a white flower with a metal leaf on the back. Then this is another one from that Walmart pack. Little flag, a cross-shaped flag. And then here is this one is Jesse James bead. Here is an industrial chic piece, I think, or it's an art I cake piece, I don't know, but it says property, it says US property, and then just some numbers and letters. So I thought that was perfect, and it already had this little dangle on there, and then just some numbers on the back. And then I have a little red heart, and then here's an angel, because I know she loves angels. And then here's another piece, which again is, I think this is industrial chic, it's just a 7. We'll see a lucky 7. And the next one is this one here. Yeah, this one's the next one. And I made this large dangle with the blue rondelle, love that. And then I made this one and this one, and that one has a really pretty bead cap. And then this, and then this one here, this metal one came separate, and I think that's an industrial chic piece. There's really nothing on it, but then I just attached to the ring a little dollar, a metal dollar sign that was in one of the junk jewelry bags that one of the ladies gave me. And then this one is pre-made. And then my last charm is this one here. And here's another industrial chic piece, and then I added this one, which this isn't red. I thought it was because it was in my jar with all the red, you know, beads and stuff. It's more brown or amber, but it's okay. I think it still went well. And then here's the last piece from that Walmart pack, little peace sign with the red, white, and blue. Then I created this, and this blue bead somebody gave me, you know, in like a little goodie bag. And then here is a Jesse James bead, and then this one, this is also another piece from somebody that I can't remember. Then I added this little star, and then I created this little flower in the blue with another one of those little metal leaves. So that's it. There's my chunky charm. Again, it's very heavy. Where's the top? There we go. And just gotta fix this a little bit. It has a mind of its own. Well, I'm not gonna get too into it because I am going to be putting it in here once I fix these things. Alright, hold on. So the intentions are lay this in here and lay my super chunky charm in here. Put a little more filler, and there. Little chunky charm chest, that's what I'm going to call it. And it's heavy. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.